and invite the first guest on the show, Neeraj Chadawar, the head of fundamental quantitative research at Axis Securities, joining us on the show now. Neeraj, what have you made? Markets have been whipsawed in both directions in the last 4 days, but we've come out on top now. Where from here? In your strategy note, you had given a bull, bear, and bull case, base case, and a bear case scenario. Are we headed towards the bull case scenario? Talk to us about the near term and even the medium term.
Yeah, thank you for having me on show. So we have come up with our strategy report, and what we have seen that on 4th of June, there was a knee-jerk reaction in the market. The mandate was completely opposite of the market anticipation. So the India VIX went up by almost 26 to 27% in a single day. And immediately after the clarity on the government formation, though it would be a coalition government, we had seen yesterday that India VIX cool up by almost 29%, and today also 7 to 8% correction. That is a breather for the market, which is giving breather in terms of the policy continuity. So we are very so if we have a policy continuity, so the agenda of capex will always be on a table, and we believe that that will be the primary driver for the earnings growth for Nifty 50 going forward. In our base case assumption, we value Nifty at 20x on for March 25, and we come up with a target price of 24,600. And we believe that at the current juncture, there is no downside risk for the Nifty 50 earning, and we have enough lever for Nifty 50 to grow from the current level. In bull case scenario, we have anticipated multiple things for our bull case, in which we pointed out there could be a policy and political stability. On top of that, there could be a possibility of rural recovery in the second half, and there would be a flavor of US economy, which will be supporting in the second half of the FY25. And there could be a possibility of soft landing in US market, which will lead to 17 to 18% EPS growth in Nifty 50 for FY25, which would lead to the eyes of FIIs in Indian market, and this will translate into higher multiple for Nifty 50. And we are giving 22 multiple, and that could be the case possible in a bull case scenario. We could touch 27,000 by March 25. And we are also having a bear case scenario when we have a political instability, and there could be a hard landing in US market, which could be posing challenge to the Nifty 50. In that case, we could see Nifty could be around 19,700 from 1 year forward. So given the current scenario, we believe that all eyes will be on the upcoming budget. The market will gain further strength from the upcoming budget, where we see the policy stability, and the stance will be towards the capex driven growth.
Ah, okay, interesting. Neeraj, so you're saying that in the upcoming budget, and maybe as we get more policy clarity, stance will still be capex. So then, what to do with these stocks, because they ran up so much, and then everybody sold them off on Tuesday and a bit yesterday. But today they're recovering, and it really leaves investors very confused. What to do with capex stocks now, PSUs and capex?
So at this juncture, the scenario has emerged for the defensive, because the volatility has spiked in last couple of days. Historically, what we have seen that whenever the volatility is spiked, the market positioning tend to shift towards the defensive trend of stock, and that's why the FMCG, IT, and some of the pharma names have emerged in last couple of days. We continue to believe that market positioning going forward will continue to slip slightly towards consumption, because multiple trigger has emerged for the consumption to pick up in the second half of FY25. First trigger would be the normal monsoon expectation, which likely to be average and above average, which will be good for the rural recovery. And then now with this coalition government, there could be some amount of allocation likely to be for the rural spending, which we still need to see what quantum of allocation which likely to be present in the upcoming budget, and how the policy could shift. But at this moment, there is some amount of anticipation that some money could go to the rural hand, or in terms of schemes, or in terms of some allocation. So that's why all these things have emerged, and we continue to believe that consumption theme will be the dark horse theme for FY25, based on all these positive trigger emerged in last couple of days.
Okay, so consumption could emerge as a big, theme, which could be the winning theme in the next few, months and years ahead. What about affordable housing? There is a lot of chatter that, perhaps now the next thrust of the government could be on affordable housing. Would you play the theme? Does it make sense to front run, buy some stocks? And if yes, which ones in your top pick would play to the affordable housing theme best?
So at this moment, based on the policy continuity, the government thrust will likely to be on the affordable housing, and more on top of that, there could be a Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana likely to be continued in upcoming year also. So at present, given the market structure, we believe that the market positioning is likely to be towards more defensive stock in the BFSI space. We continue to like ICICI Bank in large cap private bank, and we believe that SBI and Bank of Baroda will provide a more promising upcoming more promising in terms of the overall asset quality improvement and overall ROE improvement. We believe that they do have a multiple lever available to bridge the gap between the private bank multiple and the PSU bank multiple. So we continue to believe that more market positioning is likely to shift in near term towards the large cap private banks. And on top of that, we believe that there is opportunity in the vehicle financer is emerging. So that's why we have added Chola in our topics. We believe that NBFC will be the biggest gainer, likely be in the second half of FY25 based on the overall macro structure which is emerging.
Okay, so you like a couple of financials, ICICI Bank, Chola, and those are the financial names that I believe also SBI, some of the financials that you like. But I just want to go back to the point on consumer. And I'm looking at the kind of stocks that you've picked out. There's Nestle, there's Varun Beverages, there's even a Westlife Food, which has actually underperformed. Numbers have been very underwhelming from Westlife in the last couple of quarters. So just run us through your thought process on consumer stocks and how have you picked these? Is it a valuation call or what is it that you're seeing in these topics?
So in our topics, we continue to hold all these consumption names from quite some time. We continue to like Varun Beverages from quite some time. We believe that Q1 is likely to be a very good quarter for Varun Beverages because across the Q1 we have seen the heat waves. The temperature has reached to 50 plus in the North India. Along with that, there was an election campaign which is going on. All these is likely to translate into good volume growth for Varun Beverages for Q1. So we continue to like Varun Beverages. Along with that, the Nestle is a good player which we had recently added. We believe that from last couple of months, there is a good run up we have seen in mid and small cap. So slowly in our topics, we have shifted towards the large cap name. Right now, in our top 16 name, we have 8 to 9 large cap names because that is the right now flavor of the market. So that's why we continue to like Nestle as a consumption theme because Nestle is the biggest player in the consumption basket, and we believe that they are also increasing their presence in the rural market, and there is a rural recovery anticipated in the second half. That could be also be the beneficiary for the Nestle. About the Westlife Food, we believe that QSR theme was quite on a backseat from last couple of quarters, but we believe that the enough base has become for the QSR theme to perform from the current level. We believe that FY25 likely to be a good year for QSR theme with a lower base. We believe that there will be a good amount of consumption to pick up in the urban area, and on top of that, they are on the strip of store opening guidance. We believe that all these will likely to translate into SSG growth for the QSR industry, and we believe Westlife Food is rightly placed to add in the recommendation at current juncture.
Thank you, Neeraj, for joining in. Look forward to more conversations with you on CNBC TV 18. Need to get into a break for now. On the other side, we'll talk commodities with Manisha Gupta. Stay tuned.